Hello everyone, welcome to another episode. Well, welcome to the Boerma Instituut first of all. Welcome to the new season of the Floral Design live streams. This is the first one of this year, so I'm hoping you are just as excited as I am to start again. Wait, just one thing I'd like to check. No, I remember. I put that on, right? Yeah. Everyone can hear me, right? Just want to check. So welcome to the Boerma Instituut. My name is Mike Boerma, for those of you that don't know me yet. Today we're making two arrangements, or I am making two arrangements for you. One was requested by someone in the chat, I think, or in the comment section below, and it was a bridal bouquet on a bridie. So I'm going to do that today. And the other thing I will be doing today is something special I got over there, a Valentine's bouquet hand-tied in a frame. So it's going to be fun, I think. First off, so this bridie, originally it is without anything on it. I'll show it. In the water, in a bucket of water, I had it somewhere. Oh, kan je dat even regelen, Angelica? So. Sorry about that. So originally it was completely white, and that's kind of boring, and sometimes people sell it just white. So I prefer it to be just covered with anything. Can be, for example, rustic wire, binding wire from Oasis, like I did now. So this rustic wire from Oasis, which I use for almost anything when creating structures, binding tubes to a frame or whatever. And also covering, for example, this. I'm also binding bouquets with it. And it's a nice thing to start with. I prefer to have this done before. Of course, the Oasis are already wet, and it's the regular Oasis foam. Unfortunately, I don't have this as the biodegradable one, but people asked for it, so I did want to show it. Then I have lots of greens. I want to make this kind of like an open silhouette, open outline type of bridal bouquet, so nice and romantic. And I have already some things on wire. For example, the Hedera. Yes, thank you very much. Awesome. So I have the original one without anything on it, and it's kind of like a microphone, and it's pretty convenient. You can, of course, also reuse them. So you can take off the plastic in a way, and then you can put in other Oasis foam. It's kind of tricky. It's easier to just get a new one, but if you want to reuse, it is possible. So this it's not Oasis, it's just ivy from our garden. I put on wire already, as you can see here maybe. It's crosswise, as we do in the professional course. So those that have been in our professional course, of course, they will recognize the technique. And I want to work with my longer materials first. So I start with this ivy over here. And I like to work now from long to high up. And sometimes I will just go randomly crisscross. Angelica, you wanted to say something perhaps?
Well, you have the focus frame on the screen.
Focus frame on the screen?
Yeah, it's following your face.
Oh, whoops. That's... We don't want that. Yeah. Totally forgot that.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you very much. No, it's
no,
still there.
Still there.
Oh my God. All right, I'll fix that. Let me get into the settings of the camera. That's going to be annoying. Okay. But just to check with my face. Yep. Okay. No, it's good now, I think. We good? All right, we're good. Hopefully I can fix that in post. I have no idea if that's even possible. So, Hedera. Maybe start with some nice length first. And I hook them so that they are just a little bit stronger. And I look at the movement and then want to use that in a way. Maybe even I can go, yeah, we'll do that. I'll go to the front with this one too. And Angelica, sorry, you wanted to say something more.
Well, we have a few people saying hello.
Oh, hello, welcome.
We have Taiwan giving thumbs up.
Awesome.
We
hello,
have
Taiwan.
We have Reed saying hi from Reed, Estonia.
Hi. Hey, Reed. Welcome back. Good to have you here.
We have your mom saying, "Hi guys, how are you?"
Hey, my mom is also here. What a coincidence.
And Lisa Florista says, "Hi everyone, doing fine. How about you?"
Ooh. Yeah. Good that you're here, Lisa. Always nice. Yeah.
And
doing
we
good.
have Shaida saying, "Hello allemaal."
Hello, Shaida.
And
Goedemiddag.
Frida saying, "Hi everyone."
Hey, Frida. Nice. Thank you for joining us. So, I'm just starting out with my base, greens a little bit here and there. And then this beautiful leaf over here. And then make it go long and then a little bit shorter. So I got a long, nice length here, which will be, I guess it will be worn like this. So we get some length to the front, nice and elegant, and then some things going on in the back as well, because of course we want to balance that. And I kind of like making things cascade. I think it's elegant. Yeah, Angelica.
So Reed says, "Thank you, Mike, and I will after COVID."
Ah, well.
Oh,
Of course.
And we have Alejandro saying, "Hello from Spain."
Oh, Alejandro, welcome. Welcome, welcome.
And of course, Max K.
Hey, Max K, you're back too. Nice.
He is saying,
see
"Hi
you."
to all and good to see you in 2021."
Yes, we're all still alive and in good health. So, of course, I hoped that as the year would turn, suddenly everything would be back to normal again, but, you know, not yet. But things are progressing. I'm always positive. I think it's going to be a good year this year, and everything will slowly go back to a normal type of normalcy, hopefully. So, eucalyptus with some berries on there. Lovely. Also some nice length. I'm using the Ikebana scissors I got from a friend of mine from Japan, Kazuma Kato. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So, a little bit of length down there too. And some more berries in there. So, and then actually one of the things that is quite smart to do, but I'm kind of a chaotic person, is to also do your length flowers as well. So I got some camelaucium, and then I wanted to use some roses in the length as well. I have so many cool things again. So roses, a little bit greenish, little bit pinkish, and then beautiful dark pink antherinum. Maybe these are kind of, I think this is the same color as the curtains my mother used to have. Now they are green, but I love that color. Makes me nostalgic, I guess. So, some camelaucium or wax flower. I think it's a beautiful rustic flower that fits in with this bouquet that I want to give a rustic atmosphere. Romantic, fitting with the Valentine's theme. And of course the color from this camelaucium is coming back into the galax that's in there. The galax is in there nice and deep. Then a rose. I'll cut it off diagonally so that it goes easier into the oasis. And then this is a trick when you are working with long materials. It's quite important to put some wire around it, hook it. So like a crisscross wiring. And then we need a little hook. And this hook I will use to strengthen or to make sure it doesn't fall out later. Of course, I'm looking at this from the back side, makes it a little bit tricky, but it should all be possible. So you can see the rose going in like this. Take my wire, cut it off a little bit. And then here, yes, I'm folding it over the piece of plastic. And that is what will keep it inside the bouquet easily. Like that. Angelica.
Yes, so first we have Lilia saying hello, Lilia from Ukraine.
Hello, Lilia. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
And we have a question from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Is this bouquet cascade style?
Yeah, it's kind of cascading. You're right. But I also want to make it more or less open silhouette, so it's not gonna be like so much in a drop shape. I hope. You never know, of course, how it's gonna work out in the end. And then another hook so that I can wire it again, just to create some extra strength, or that it doesn't fall out when the bride is walking down the aisle, because that would be pretty embarrassing. You don't want any of that. And I would suggest to tell the bride, when you're working with the bridie, to not throw it over her shoulder, because otherwise it's like an explosion. I've been there. I mean, it doesn't really matter how many wires you stick in there, but you know, it will never work out as good. So then you will have to make, maybe you suggest, can I make a hand-tied bridal bouquet for you, so that you can throw it over your shoulder, maybe just a little posy, an easy one, and then that will solve your problem, because nothing is more embarrassing than seeing someone chuck some flowers over their shoulder and then it falls on the ground and then it explodes. That's just sad. So try to, you know, better to work that out with your customer, what kind of a bouquet they want and what the purpose is, what they want to do with it. Do they want to keep it forever? Because then maybe you should look for a bridal bouquet that you can dry easily, maybe a wired bouquet, a completely wired bouquet that can dry easily. Of course, you need to look at what type of materials you're going to use for that. So look for flowers that are drying more easily, like limonium and such. Roses can dry nicely, dianthus can dry nicely. Angelica, you have a question?
Well, not a question
Oh,
yet.
remark.
Marion Harding says,
Hey.
mooie kleurencombinatie, so
Dankjewel.
beautiful color combination.
Thank you very much.
And goedemiddag from sunny Essex, UK.
Goedemiddag. Welcome, welcome. Good that you're also joining again.
And we
Nice.
have Kees Tak saying hello.
Hey Kees, goedemiddag. Gezellig, leuk dat je er ook bij bent.
And Morgan says, hi Angelica. Hi
Oh,
Morgan.
Morgan.
Good to see Mike in action.
Morgan, is this Morgan Douglas?
No, Morgan Moylen.
Ah, well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice that you are here too. Is this Morgan from the US or Morgan? Well, in any case, let me know. Or if it's your first time here, then welcome, welcome. So I'm putting in some beautiful eucalyptus parvifolia in there, so just a bit random, some pointy materials, nice and rustic. Of course, if you have something like this, maybe you can see it too there, then you have to cut it off because it's gonna be in the way. It's not easy. Angelica.
Yes, Reed says, Angelica, greetings to your mommy and big kiss to Spike. So yes, I will do that again for you. A lot of kisses for Spike. And Max Wittebrood says, Anita says also hello.
Oh, hello Anita. Gezellig.
And we have Max K saying, everyone will get a flower each. Haha, I'm joking.
Nice. So just stick some materials in here and there. Then, because we want to get this open outline kind of feeling, I will have to work with different types of heights. So that's what creates for me this open silhouette type of feeling. And when you're sticking things into the oasis, don't stick them in too deep. Oh, don't stick them in too deep, because then you're going to have a problem, because all your stems are going to come out on the other side, or they're going to crisscross and they're going to battle each other. So make sure that you don't stick them in too far. Angelica.
Morgan says, yes, Morgan from the US and met in Belgium. So
Nice. Yes, Floral. I remember. That's nice. Cool. Good to have you. That's been a while, my God. Great memories from there. We were working together in Floral, helping out Holly Chappell and Sue McCleary and Françoise Weeks, Helen Miller, Susie Kostic. They were doing a floral fashion show, which was really cool. Angelica was the model there. Maybe in the post-production I can show some pictures of her modeling. I think I already did at some point. So, all right. Now we get a little problem because it's going to be difficult to get this thick stem in. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it on a wire and then it'll stick easier. And that's one of those things, right? Sometimes wiring can take a little extra time, but it will help you with certain things, like making sure that flowers are sticking into the oasis better. So that's quite important to know all these techniques and make the most out of your arrangements that way. Angelica.
We have Olivia Chen saying, nice to see Mike doing live again.
Hey.
And hello to everyone.
Hey, hey, welcome back. Nice that you're here again. So, again, quickly wiring the anterinum, or what you call it, snapdragon in English, I guess. Lion's beak in Dutch, or lion's mouth. So let's see how it's becoming a little bit. It's going like this, right? It's kind of like a Hogarth line. Yep. So just put in some nice other textures, some Ripsalis. And this one doesn't need water actually, so I could just even let it hang out without it touching the oasis. But it's cool. I prefer it to be nice and deep inside the oasis foam anyway. It's nice and strong that way. Angelica, you're kind of laughing over there. What's up?
Well, Reed says, Mike, this bouquet goes to Angelica?
Ah, yes. It will. Not that we're not getting married though yet. That would be something. But yeah, I will give it to her. Probably the other one as well, because that's the real Valentine's one. So I have some roses in the front. I need to get these roses back to the top as well. And I'm grouping a little bit here and there. And of course the oasis is getting fuller and fuller. So, and then my solution is always to go for the wire. Angelica.
We have Olga in the chat saying hi. Olga is here to enjoy.
Hey, Olga, welcome.
And we have Spencer Wagnon.
Oh.
Good morning from Dallas, Texas.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, welcome. I'm just making this rose a little bit shorter because I want it nice and deep. I have my higher one here, so I want to have a lower one as well. And that's like the, I would say, typical Dutch way of grouping them. So we have our bigger ones lower and our smaller ones higher. I'm sure other floristry styles incorporate these same rules of logic as well. Yeah.
I said no recording has been stopped automatically.
Oh.
The maximum recording time has been reached.
Oh, okay. Oh well. Yep. So 1 sec, I have to. This is a new camera, so I'm having some interesting experiences. I don't know why there is even a maximum, but well. No, it's working. Yeah, it's just in the inbuilt camera thingy. So that's interesting. Yeah, because now you're not maybe sometimes in the corner you're seeing the second camera, but Axel is also recording, and then now we can have some extra camera angles. So that's why we have a new one for the main camera. Let's see, what do I have more? I have some other nice romantic materials like this astrantia. I'm going to put that in. Angelica.
Yes, we have a question from Marijke Ebbes.
Oh, cool.
She's saying, hello, everyone.
Hey, hey.
Mike, you're not putting all materials on wire. Why not?
Correct. It's not necessary to put everything on wire. I just put a lot of my heaviest materials in the beginning on wire, so that I was sure that they will not fall out awkwardly. But it's not really necessary per se to do everything on wire. So that's the reason. So some more astrantia. So I have it over here. So I want to make a comeback to the other side. And I just cut a little hole in my galax that no one will hopefully see, so that I put my flower through there, and then we have some nice depth. Angelica.
Yes, question from Reed. For roses, do you use 0.9 wire?
Good question. Which one did I use? I think I did. Normally I do, but it depends on the rose. So if a rose is a little bit heavier, I will use a heavier wire as well, a thicker wire as well. Oh, and I did this. I took this cool thing that I've already immediately forgot. Did I put this in the front?
No.
No, so I took some, what's this, black raspberry? No, blackberry? Is it blackberry? I think so, Braan? Yeah. So I cut that from the garden, and I thought it was cool because of the color and of the length, of course. So, well, maybe I can still squeeze it in, I hope. You never know. Bit shorter. Though, bit shorter. Yeah. I'll take it out of the stand, makes it easier for me to hold. Yes. Does that work? Don't break, please. A little bending, so a little training of the stem. Yep, I guess that works. Yeah, there it is, now it's inside. Angelica.
Yes, question from Morgan.
Yeah.
I'm a bit unlucky with astrantia.
Oh, yeah?
Do you have a processing trick to keep them from wilting?
Yes, they wilt very fast. You are right. What I use, though, for that type of situation is, it's called, maybe Angelica can get it for me. It's called Oasis, what's it called again?
Quick dip.
Quick Dip, that's it. It's a very easy name. But it's Quick Dip, and it works kind of like magic. Whenever you have something wilting, you just dip it in there for 2 seconds. That's why it's called Quick Dip. And then after a while, I don't know exactly how long, it will start to go up again. So it's like very strong stuff, very strong liquid. No, yes, yeah, like that. Yep. So there we have the second camera. Sorry. But yeah, so it's Quick Dip, just 2 seconds. And after a while, it will stop drooping and will actually become very strong again. And this helped me with a lot of flowers, also with a stilbe, because a stilbe is another one of those tricky ones. Yeah, it's sort of a miracle cure. You can test it. I think the US should have it as well. Yeah, Oasis US. So talking about a stilbe, I got some very, very small ones. This is it's a little bit sad, but also cute. I think this is it just adds a nice little aesthetic. And the thing is with a stilbe, it's nice and airy, but it's also pointy. And I just want to have these different textures in the arrangement. So this is like an open texture, I would say. And that compensates for the closed textures, like what I would say a rose is a closed texture because you cannot see through it. You can see through this, and that balances it out, I guess. Same for another closed texture is the galax leaf. So if you need a little bit of calmth in your arrangement, then you go for a closed texture, and if you want to go for some more chaos, then you take the open textures. Yep, like that. Yeah, I guess. And I'm just going in and out. So some materials are longer, some materials are shorter, and I just create depth in that way. Okay. Angelica.
Yes, we have Funny Lee saying evening greetings from Hong Kong.
Oh, welcome, Funny Lee.
And
Nice to have you.
I just remembered something
Oh,
that our beautiful friend Stefan van Berlo
oh.
once said that quick dip is the Viagra for flowers.
It basically is. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I dared not say it. Luckily, Stefan did it for me. It's true. It's, like I said, it's a miracle cure. Yeah. And another florist said, who was it? Was it William? No? Will, I think. He said, like, it's kind of crazy thinking we are, as florists, we are having reproduction organs in our hands the whole day.
Yeah,
Something
exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
Talking about dirty minds. But I guess it's true. So, and some nice grass. My favorite grass, Casmantium. Such a nice, fragile feel. I almost put it in everything when I work with something that I want to make romantic or rustic. Yes, Angelica.
Yeah, for someone who is allergic for a lot of grasses, you use them a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I get a reaction from this one though, but you are right, I am allergic to grass. So in the summer it's quite tricky being a florist, but I guess, you know, it's first world problems. It's not a problem at all. So, and some in the length, because if I use some short, of course, we also want some more lengthier materials. So there we go. Maybe it's quite dark over there, but very open feeling for this bouquet. I always find out later I forget some materials, like this calla. Of course, this calla would also be amazing as a length material. Can we still squeeze it in? Can we do that? Maybe if I do it on a wire. That's the struggle when you're forgetful. You forget things. So this, let's see, yeah, pop, goes in there. And then we have another strong line going down. I think probably a little bit too strong, so I'm masking it with some greens, and probably I'll put some more greens over there as well. So what was I using for that? I have some eucalyptus, and that will go over it, cover it a little bit, and then the line doesn't become too strong. So maybe even like this. Yeah, that's better, huh? That helps. And then this one can, oh, I remember, put a wire in it because it was broken. So, and then maybe comes back over here where there's a little bit more space. And I put a wire in it because it was broken and it was the only two colors I had left. So, and I did want to have some colors in it. Of course, I would love a third one maybe over there. So let's make this a little bit shorter. I don't like to cut things with a scissors, but sometimes you have to because of the wire inside now. It's a bit silly, but there we go. That's better, I guess. Let's see. I can look in the mirror here. Yeah, I like that. Again, I would like one here and two here because I think that balances it better. Okay, then let's make some things jump out a little bit more because Nothing's really jumping out yet too much. So we have these Scabiosa, little Scabiosa balls. So, and these Scabiosa balls can come back over here. And basically I always make something come from one side to the other side to balance it out. So like that, and then maybe some nice and long. It's a very thin stem, so this should be able to go through easily somehow. Find the gap. That's the thing with these. The more you put in, the more difficult it gets. But it always stays like that. And this is just a matter of practice. So in the beginning, maybe you are poking everything in the wrong place. But as you practice along the way, it gets easier. And you will place materials more and more in the place that you want it. And that's good. Angelica.
We have a question from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Is there any trick to put wire into the stem of a calla lily?
Well, it's also just practice because so it's in here, and actually it's really not good. For me, it's not good to put wire in calla because you get black spots everywhere if you poke accidentally to the side, and of course it doesn't last as long. So that's troublesome. But now, I had to have some. I thought I had to have some, so that's why I did it. But just like with a Gerbera, you go in there and then you kind of look, because it's see-through sorta, and see where the wire goes. And then sometimes you have to correct it, so then you have to bend the other side, and then you have to guide it all the way up. But it's better. This is more something you should do with hollow stems, not so much with something with such a soft stem as the calla. I would not recommend it actually, but I did it anyway. Sometimes there's exceptions to the rules. So just one last flower that I put in there, and that's this Bouvardia. I love Bouvardias, so I like to have them in there. Of course, the pink color and the strange shapes of the Bouvardia makes them interesting in this bouquet. So like that, and I create some depth again by having the bigger one lower than the smaller one. Maybe even smaller. Yep. So it pulls your attention. We're going from here to there, and then to the other side as well. We're going back here. Yeah, sorry, yeah, it's difficult. I need like something soft here to put the tools on, because yeah, I keep smacking them quite loudly. I'm sorry for that. Another one to the back here. So, and I think if I work on it a little bit more to fix the gaps in the oasis, that we're more or less there. I just want a little bit extra in there, and that's this dark colored chrysanthemum. Also, this is for the color, to bring the colors a little bit more together, and also it's for the texture. Angelica.
Question from Taiwan.
Yeah.
What's the name of these pink flowers?
Which pink? They're kind of all
I think
pink.
the last one, the Bouvardia.
Yeah, Bouvardia. Yeah, Bouvardia. Some of my favorite flowers, which I have used a couple of times before in the streams as well. Like on the open silhouette, other type of open silhouette bridal bouquet, but that one was hand-tied. Angelica.
Question from Lita.
Yeah, Lita, hello.
Waarom stop je het zo vol? So why are you filling it that much?
Well, because I kind of like it that way. I just need to compensate the length here on the other side as well, with a little bit longer material over there. And it's probably difficult to see on here, but I'm using all sorts of open textures. So what's coming on this side also needs to come on the other side. And I just need some bigger flowers in there as well, I guess, to compensate for all the chaos that I'm sewing now with all these small flowers. So that, I guess that's why you think it might start to look a little busy. So why not put some Lysianthus in there? And this is also a luxury problem because I have the flowers to put in there. I feel like I should, because it's a pity to have the flowers go to waste. So, and these are big and close materials, so I think they will bring some calmth to this design. Like that. And come back over here. So, and that's, I think, gonna be some of the last, this is gonna be the last flower for this design. Then I'm gonna move on to the next one, which will be the hand-tied. And also I feel like when you're working on an arrangement, you should always cover the arrangement, the oasis. You don't want to see any of that technical type of help that you've used. So no technical materials. So that's another reason why it has to be full, because, you know, don't want to see the oasis. So, and then I think that's it. Maybe later I'll put Lysianthus over here, but I don't want to take up too much time. So probably another Lysianthus here, so that we have this bright color coming back over here. It makes it calm. And then on the other side it kind of looks like this. Maybe I'll put something more over there, but I think that's basically it. Of course, if you want to see then the complete design after I touch it up a little bit, I'll put it on Instagram later, so you can see it over there. Yeah. So any questions until now for this design? Like this? I'll be here for all your questions. Then I'll move this, maybe show it a little bit closer. Yeah. It just needs a little thingy over there. Yeah, Angelica.
Yes, question from Lita.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say it in Dutch, because that's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Maar zoveel soorten bloemen heb ik niet. Heb je volgende keer iets simpeler?
Oh, yeah. So the question is, I don't have this many different flowers. Can you make it a little bit simpler next time? Of course, of course. Yeah, you don't need all these different flowers. But that's now I understand the question, because you're afraid that you cannot make something similar with less flowers. Well, you can. You can make the same thing with maybe just 3 different types of flowers. But the only thing that you have to look for is difference in texture. Of course, we're at the school here and we have all these materials available, like the ripsalis and all these different plants. Maybe you can find some nice foliage from your garden that you can enhance it with. But yeah, what you should look for is different textures. So I would say at least 3 different types of flowers, maybe 4. So you need something with an open texture, pointy. You need something a little bit compact and round, closed. And then, so that's 2 flowers, but I would say 3 just for the sake of it. And then you can just, instead of having Camalaucium and Astrantia and Chrysanthemum and this grass, maybe just have 1. Maybe just only have Camalaucium. Yes, Angelica.
Max Wittebrood says het blijft verrassend hoeveel er in zo'n klein bolletje past.
He says it's surprising how much fits in such a small little oasis ball. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's also something that comes with practice. But on the other hand, when you make simple Biedermeier in there, also a lot of material has to go in. Yeah, Angelica.
And we have Angela Hurd saying,
Hey.
greetings from London. I've been watching whilst finishing 5 sets of scrubs. Now I can sit back and really enjoy.
Oh, wow. Working hard in the garden. Nice, cool. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And indeed, time for some relaxation then. Okay, quickly clean up my desk in front of me, and then I grab the other materials. This makes a lot of noise, sorry about that. So, and I'll just put it in the bucket I have here, like that. So, that doesn't look nice. Angelica.
We have Sharon Linton saying, beautiful mic, thank you.
Thank you very much, Sharon. Appreciate it.
And we have Lita saying, ik snap, heel mooi geworden, thanks.
Dankjewel. Super. Goed om te horen. Sorry, ik loop heel even weg. Ik was vergeten een doek. Oh, sorry, I walk away for a sec. I forgot to take a little towel or something to clean my desk with. Angelica.
Angela says, garden, no, PPE for COVID nurses.
Scrubs.
Scrubs.
Oh, scrubs. I thought shrubs, but scrubs. Yeah, those are like pants for hospital people, right?
Yeah, I didn't say it wrong.
No. I just heard it wrong. I don't want no scrubs. Oh, yes. There we have it. Oh yeah. So yes, Angelica.
Well, about the previous bouquet, Reed says beautiful, and
Thank you.
Marion Harding says echt super mooi.
Ah, dankjewel. Super. Thank you very much, guys. I see some materials I forgot to put in, of course. Again, it's always like that. But the next one though, that's what we're gonna work on now. It's this one. It's a frame that I made from cardboard, and I thought it's like a heart of gold, so a hand-tied bouquet that you can gift someone for Valentine's Day. And I made this with cardboard, and it's cardboard layered on top of each other, lots of layers. It's hot glue. So I have this Oasis glue gun, it's low melt. Doesn't matter which brand glue gun you use, as long as it's low melt, that's very important. Axel's like, no, you should have the Oasis one. I do love the Oasis one, it's great, but just if you're not able to have it, well, you can buy it from our online shop, floraldesignspleis.nl, of course, that's what I'm supposed to say, but if you cannot have it, you can get a low melt one, and the low melt doesn't give you a 3rd degree burn when you accidentally touch it. Of course, it still hurts because it's hot glue, but it's not so bad. Then, I did some hot glue over there, and I kind of made it look like, maybe it looks like veins. I don't know if you can see it on the camera very well. And then I have some Icelandic moss, and then I have some wires. And since this is a couple of layers of cardboard, I could just stick the wires in from the side, pop a little hot glue on there, and then it stays. Yeah, so that's basically how I made the frame. And I was thinking about this, because sometimes we make the frame, and the frame is quite elaborate. So then the question sometimes is, how did you make the frame? How did you make the frame exactly? And maybe that's something that we should get a Patreon for, because then I'll put some extra footage on there, like the behind the stream, maybe behind the scenes, and in that way you can see a little bit more of the process behind it, and maybe a step-by-step guide of how we made the structures and this type of thing. But only if people think that would be interesting, because otherwise I think we have a lot of different content that we want to make. But if people love that, then we definitely can put that on the list too. Angelica.
So, first of all, Lisa says, ooh la la, look at this.
Thank you.
Rachel says, wow, I like this heart.
Awesome, thank you.
Reed says, wow.
Thank you, guys.
Max K says, awesome heart.
Thank you.
Frida says, prachtig dat hart.
Dankjewel, dankjewel.
Sharon says, love the construction.
Thank you.
And Reed says,
don't tap the
show,
speaker.
please show the other side of the heart.
I was thinking about, should I show it or should I not? Because I totally did not finish the back because of time constraints. But this the sh sound is always something I have difficulty with. This shows you quite a lot about the process behind it. So actually I did want to show it, but I was just worried a little bit because it looks ugly. But there we go. So the back side, you can see the cardboard. It's 2 layers. So the base is 2 layers. One is the shape of the heart, and the second one I kept open on purpose. I cut off only half of it, so that you can see I taped some wires on it, and then this enables me to bend the frame in the bent angle that it has now. So yeah, that's how that worked. Put some hot glue on there. Let's just use that word. Put some hot glue on there, and that's it. So tape, wire, cardboard. There we go. And then you can create something crazy. I'm just showing the cardboard right now, but of course you can cover it with wool. You can cover it with moss, with anything. So there's that. Hope that gives you a little more insight on how I did that. Angelica.
Max K says, yes, the guide will be great.
Cool. All right, I'll work on that.
And Reed says, what things are you gluing?
Yeah, so I'm cheating. And that's one of the cool things about chrysanthemum. It's so incredibly strong. These are from Decker chrysanthemum, by the way. It's such an incredible strong flower. I can just pop them off. Well, anyway, I just pop them off, and then this little wound here, I can hot glue directly on there, and then it's still good for a while. Better to do cold glue, of course, because then you don't have any heat. But this is still good. I made an entire armor for Angelica for a chrysanthemum competition once. You can find it on my Instagram. Angelica was like a winter warrior.
Viking style.
Yeah, it was pretty, I liked it. But also then I hot glued all of the chrysanthemum on there, and I remember that it lasted for multiple days. Still, do you remember, Angelica, how long it lasted? It lasted very long.
It did, yeah. And I remember. Also a tip for the people using cold glue, don't use it on your body.
Oh yes, yep, lesson learned. Sorry, Angelica.
All good.
So the armor was made on chicken wire, and I put tape around it, and then I hot glued on the tape, not on Angelica. Let's get that out of the way real fast. But then there was some place that I had to overlap. I used how do you call that? Band-Aid sticky stuff. The Band-Aid plastic. The Band-Aid stuff. I used that on Angelica to connect the frame to her body, and then I used cold glue to glue on there and a little bit on her body, but it got irritating for her, so it's not a good thing. There's probably other ways to do that, but I haven't figured out how to. Yeah, Angelica?
Question from Marion Harding.
Yeah.
How long did you take to make the heart, Mike?
I think I could probably an hour and a half, something like that. And that was me figuring out what to do as I went. So it was originally gonna be completely covered with Icelandic moss, and then Karel said, "Well, you're making such an effort with the cardboard in layers. Why not show it more?" And then I thought, well, maybe I could. And then I thought I would hot glue more on it. Yeah.
Movie recording has been stopped.
Okay. Excuse me, guys. So then Karel recommended me that. Oh, so it's still recording, and then I understand. Okay. Well, then we learned something from that. So we will have a message in a while again. So he recommended me to do that, and then I came with the idea to make it look like veins and show it more and then just paint the thing gold. And then we have a heart of gold. Angelica.
First of all, Max Wittebrood says, Anita says, heel erg mooi. So very beautiful.
Thank you.
And a question from Spencer Wagnon.
Yes,
Is
Spencer?
floral design a competitive market where you live, or will there always be room for everyone?
Good question. Good. Wow, that's a really good question. So actually, there are so many florists in our country, so many flower shops, and they're still popping up. I think it is a competitive market, but since our culture is so much, there's so much in our culture about flowers. Every occasion that someone goes to maybe visit their grandmother or something, or mother, or a birthday, people give each other bouquets. And this is also partly because flowers are a lot cheaper in the Netherlands, because it's mostly the sources here. So when I compare it to the US, where a small bouquet that's this size, at least where I was in Philly once, the bouquet from this size was already $50, but for $50 you get like a more like this type of bouquet, I think, in the Netherlands. So I think a $10 bouquet might be this, approximately $15. So yeah, there's a big market for flowers here, and online as well. There's lots of people buying them. So there's probably room enough, even though in certain levels there's a high competition. And even there's, of course, also in the Netherlands, there's competition from the supermarket, which I think is in the US and around the world as well. And this causes people to have to innovate. So you have to make something different than the supermarket bouquets. I think this is both good and bad, because florists don't have it as easy as anymore, but you should never have it too easy, I guess, because you always have to kind of reinvent yourself and be able to create more new things. Angelica.
Question from Sharon.
Yeah.
Would love some long wires that you've used.
Ah, yeah.
Do you sell this and
Yeah.
ship them to the UK?
Yes, we ship worldwide. Anything that we use, we have for sale, mostly. So floraldesignSupplies.nl. The site is bilingual, so it's in Dutch and in English at the same time. We haven't had the time to make two different sites for it, but it's everything we can ship anywhere. And the stub wire, that's the product that you're looking for. The stub wire is available. So I put some purple-ish colors in there a little bit more. Took me quite a while, as you saw. It's quite a work. But now we go to the actual flowers. And for that, I have roses, which I'll put everything on the table. Is that, that's also a figure of speech, huh? So, now the card is full. Okay, so, sorry about this, guys, as we are learning from this. I'm just gonna, yeah, card full, we know. Okay, that's okay. Okay, I have to switch the card, I guess. I'm sorry for this. So, of course, this is quite labor intensive, this type of work, so it's maybe nice to do it as a team. All right, so as I am going to change the SD card, it's gonna get a black screen for a sec. So we're gonna go only out of the screen for a couple of seconds.
Oh, green.
Oh, green. It should pop back very fast.
Yeah.
There we are. We're back. Oh, okay. So, all right. So I know to not use the in-camera recording for the next time. I cannot see myself, but that will just probably take a while. So, the back again. This is where I put some wires into the cardboard, and I took a strong main stem, so it's easy to hold it, and then I can just put the flowers around, and that's why I have these cool looking spikes coming out, like that. This will support it a little bit. That was the plan, at least. And I'll just put the stems through here and there. So, like that. A group of roses over there. Maybe this group comes back over here. Like that. Yeah, I hear you. I just need a couple of seconds to work. So I put some dianthus in there. Nice color. So we're gonna make it like orangey. This is too big. We're gonna make it orangey and pink, so that's the color of the gold. It's like meeting halfway. So I want to have the multiple colors in the color scheme, but I have to bring them together somehow. Otherwise, it will just look too random. So, all right, Angelica. Sorry.
So, first of all, Ionella says, hi everyone, and the shape of the heart, it's very nice and it looks already very interesting.
Thank you.
And a question from Lita, are these dry flowers? And specifically about the chrysanthemum you were gluing.
Yeah, so no, the chrysanthemum are real. But earlier I talked about it a bit. They are very strong, very hardy type of flowers. So actually, they can you can just hot glue them on there, but they will last for maybe a couple of days. So it could be good for a wedding, but you shouldn't expect it to last for weeks. That's the only downside. But for Valentine, maybe I thought it was cool to have it like that. So, Angelica, you have another question?
We have Dunja Maarsen saying, goedemiddag allemaal, beter te laat dan nooit.
Zeker, zeker, welkom. Nice to have you here.
And question from Reed.
Yes.
Did you push the wires through the carton?
Yes, I did, yeah. So the wires are pushed through the cardboard, and this I stuck with glue, hot glue again, and that makes it so that it's stuck, and it goes quite well. So then, to make it easier for myself, I have some tape. Oh, dropping all sorts of things. So that it's easier to hold, because if I don't do that, then it's falling down and everything. I'm always awkwardly handling this. There we go. Tape around it. And you know, it's not really cheating if it works, right? So. There we go. This makes my hand a little bit more relaxed. So, like that. And I have to continue all around this arrangement. Angelica.
A question from Max K.
Yeah.
I think I have missed it. Was it just a spray paint?
The frame? It's
Yes.
it's aqua color from Oasis. It's it's a spray paint. So I spray painted it gold because originally it was just cardboard, so that doesn't look so pretty. So I spray painted it gold. Yeah. So the Oasis aqua color, which you can also use for flowers. So that's pretty convenient if you have it. It's safe for flowers too. Then I also use that gold to spray paint these Scabiosa heads. These Scabiosa seed pods. And that's a way to bring back the gold into the structure, into the bouquet space. So, there we go. Maybe another rose over here. There we go. Yes, more questions. Please, don't be shy. Angelica, yes.
Well, Rachel says, nice idea.
Thank you.
And Gwen Steed says, ingenious. I was wondering how you'd use the structure of the wired spikes.
Yeah, so I'm using them, I guess that you figured that out. I'm using them to support the flowers, but actually I think without the flowers it already looks quite interesting. And you can just glue Hypericum to the ends and maybe just glue the flowers on there, and then you have a very strange bridal bouquet. That could be cool too, huh? Why not? And you can make any shape because it's cardboard. Very simple way to create any shape you want. That's why I like it. It's very flexible. You could even make a ring. So you're not limited at all with this technique. Just your imagination, and you can make anything you want. So some strong hot pink I think people call it. I think humans call it hot pink.
Humans.
So, like that. Then we're gonna cheat again, because otherwise, I don't know if this sounds like shouting when I talk downwards, but I hope not. And I think this strong dianthus color is necessary. Oh, slapping it around. Because the strong dianthus color connects it to the frame again. I'm not taping it too tight, because this allows me to still play around a little bit with the frame. Otherwise, if I tape it, it will never move again. Yes, Angelica.
Yes, I think this question is for Axel. Reed says, Jacqueline, I tried to make an order and it shows that one bottle of spray paint costs 25 euros shipping to Estonia. Really?
Estonia shipping is expensive. Yeah,
So-
I'm sorry, it's free shipping from 150 euros for Europe or 200 euros.
Okay, so but can you hear that what Axel said? So just in case.
It's what we have to pay for the courier. So
Yeah, it's Axel
it's
says.
expensive.
Axel says yes. Exporting to Estonia is pretty expensive. He has to pay that amount to the courier, but we do offer free shipping from a certain amount. What was the amount that you said, Ax?
I think it was around 150 euros.
Yeah.
And 200 euros for.
International.
Yeah.
Okay, so from 100 it's quite a lot, but from 150 euros it's free shipping in Europe, and from 100 and from 200 it's free shipping around the world. So maybe you wait and then you check if you want something, and then maybe when you reach that amount you can order. Or if you want some books, we have a lot of books, and books are mostly quite costly. So from Gregor or something like that, we have a lot of books from Gregor. Maybe just fill up the order with that. I don't know. For just a couple of spray cans, it's difficult. But
Shipping to the US for big costs like 50, 60 euros.
yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry that the shipping cost is so high. We're not as big as Amazon, unfortunately. And maybe we can figure something out, you know. But for now, I think that's a problem. So I'm going to cut it a little bit. I'm going to use my Ikebana scissors because why not? I'm going to cut it quite a bit shorter. I'm not an Ikebana artist, so I don't really cut very elegantly like Kazma and the others do. Oh, if you want to look, if you are, how am I going to say this sentence? If you like Ikebana, there's quite a couple of interesting artists that you could check. I know a couple. Yuji Ueno, that's a cool guy. And then Kazuma Kato, of course. He's part of a group that's called Ikenoboys. They try to innovate the Ikebana style and make it a bit more showy, I guess. So that's interesting. So adding some texture to it. Yes, Angelica.
So Reed says it's cheaper to fly to Aalsmeer.
That's crazy.
Well, come over.
And Natalia says, als altijd, wow.
Ja, dankjewel. Very kind.
Ik zal wat checken voor Reed.
Yeah. Axel will look if he can figure out something for you, Reed. Maybe he can arrange something, make it more interesting. Yeah, that's since, yeah, we can figure out something maybe. I'll also ask around. Maybe some shipment of flowers, just add, we'll figure out. So some yellow Scabiosa to really bring this golden color into the design, because gold is just a shiny yellow basically. And I like the contrast that it has with pink. My grandfather didn't like that at all, the combination of yellow and pink, but honestly I love it. Pink, orange, yellow, these colors go great together in my mind. Maybe not in everyone's mind, but my mind is a little strange sometimes.
It is, I can vouch for that.
So some more round shapes. So this is something that Frederik told me about. Of course, you have to make sure that all the textures are coming back, but also when you have a shiny frame like this, look for shiny flowers or shiny things. For example, the Hypericum berry is shiny, so this shiny texture from the frame is coming back into the flowers that way. I thought it was pretty cool, so I'm using this in my design as well nowadays. Angelica.
Question from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Will Mike arrange the flowers all over the whole frame, or leave some parts of the frame without flowers?
Yes, good question. Yeah, I'm actually leaving the bottom a little bit, because I don't want them to fold over too much to the front, so I'm leaving the bottom. But more or less, I'm going all around. Yeah, because if I don't, then the shape of the frame is kind of interrupted. For example, here, where the Bouvardia is, I feel like I'm missing a little bit of something, because otherwise this heart shape is kind of lost. I cannot see it in the camera myself. See, the heart shape is almost lost, so that's a tricky thing with this type of bouquet. Angelica.
So Reed says, very, very pretty. And thank you very much, Mike.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, I need some stuff like paints, etc.
Yeah, that's convenient to use, I think.
And
How's
Lisa.
it going with your shop, by the way? Is it? Are you still able to run? Yes, sorry, Angelica, you were asking.
Oh, good. Lisa says, it's amazing how the flowers transform the structure. Mooi.
Thank you.
And like the colors, really transform it.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah. I really like to combine the colors. It's part of the reason why I love floristry so much. It's really painting with flowers. Okay, layer of tape again, just to make it easy for yourself, because why make it too hard? Yep, there we go. Don't make it too hard. Sorry, Kazma, I'm going to use this other one, which I got from a student from Taiwan, which I guess is better for cutting more woody stems. Oh yeah, and yes, Angelica, sorry, you first.
Gwen Steed says, this is stunning.
Thank you.
And Sharon Linton says, creative minds always think outside of the box.
Thanks.
And Reed says, maybe better to keep the upper wires longer. Well, heart shape will come more to see.
Yeah. When I was making this, I thought also while I'm doing this, I could have had the angle a little bit more straight, but I kind of like it like this too. But yeah, you're right. If it would be more flat, yeah, it would be more obvious. You're right. So I'm just adding one more flower to the back there, and then I think that's it, more or less. Well, maybe two. Sorry, don't lie. 2 flowers because yeah, I feel like I'm missing something here to the back. Yes, Angelica.
Taiwan says very useful way with cardboard for making design. Thanks
I
a
love
lot.
it. You're very welcome. Yeah, I like it a lot. When I did the advanced course here, that's when I was first introduced to the concept of just using cardboard as a frame. And then when I went out into the wild, I noticed other designers do that too, like Perio Coppi. When she did a masterclass here, she also uses this technique. So yeah, this confirmed to me that it's not too strange to use cardboard. If other people do it as well, then it must be good. Yeah, so Angelica.
Marion Harding says Rembrandt's palette
Oh,
in color and shape.
cool, thank you. That's really great to hear.
And
All these
Lisa
compliments.
says, so beautiful. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, you're very
And
welcome.
Shaida says, prachtig, Mike.
Dankjewel. So, just one last thing. Our intern, we have a new intern, she made these strings for me. I use these type of strings often. It's just to create some more elegance and line to it. And it's just a piece of wire together with cornice, so dogwood for the English speakers. Dogwood. And I'm gonna wrap it around like that. And this is, the dogwood is yellow. And I think that's nice with the color scheme. So, just some extra depth. It creates some extra depth. Yes, Angelica.
Max K says, need to see it from closer.
Yes. Yeah, Axel will bring the camera in a little bit and then we'll have the close-up shot later as well. But maybe I can point it towards this camera for now. Of course, the zoom doesn't, oh. The autofocus doesn't work because I turned it off, so if I put it closer to the screen, it's kind of vague probably. But yeah, I hope this kind of shows you what I was going for. And yeah, you're right, because it's there's so much little details going on, it might be difficult to see from afar. So, just the last stems. Of course, you should always cut at eye level, and then you get a nice straight cutting, which I will do later, because you don't want to see me do that. And yeah, there we go. So I would prefer to hide this tape somehow, so maybe we use some ribbon or something else, just to make it nice. And then that's this design for now. I'll probably just hot glue a couple more flowers on here towards the end, so that we get some color going all the way around. So if anyone has any questions, I'm here for you. Please let me know. And that was the demonstration for now. So Angelica, you have a question, I see.
Not a question, but Marit Koemans says, toppie.
Super.
And Max K says, awesome.
Thank you.
Brida says, grandioos design.
Yeah, dankjewel. Yeah, so there we have it. Okay, so, well, thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate that you've been here again. Oh, it stands. Does it stand? Oh, it stands by itself. Okay, well, that means it's in balance. Yes, it's in balance. So, thank you very much, everyone, again. I'm really glad that you've joined us for the first live stream of this season. In 2 weeks, we will have another live stream. I think it will be Karel Schenk. Is that correct? Mom, you're over there, Karel? Oh, we don't know. It's either Karel or my mother, I guess. So Again, thank you very much everyone for watching. If you enjoyed it, please click on that like button over there down below. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe because it's free and it helps us out a lot, grow the channel, create more content and so forth. So it's totally free. Oh no, there it goes. It's totally free, so don't worry about it. And you will be kept up to date. You won't get any notifications in your email. You can turn that off or on. So you will be kept up to date. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Oh yeah, and everyone will probably say goodbye now, huh? Yeah, so we're walking around. See ya. Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye. See you next time.
Bye.